Welcome to Major Bloom, guys. We are live. Give us a little bit as we set up. We're going to give you guys an Infused update today. Today we're going to be talking about the new things going on. We're going to be setting up some features for a live stream live so you guys can all hang out with us. Got any questions about what we're doing with Infused Influence? Feel free to say something in the chat. Today is a pure live stream day. We got some of our people out, Ulysses and Rayvon. Rayvon having a kid, congratulations. He's doing his fatherly duties. And, Ulysses also got kids and he's doing his fatherly duties and doing his thing. So shout out to them. I'm the sixth man out here. We're doing the live stream real quick just so y'all can see my face. Let me switch it up. Just so y'all can see me for a little bit. But we're going to be doing a lot today. We're going to be playing some videos, showcasing some things. Talking about what's coming up in the next month, and I think we should start doing this once a month. You might see my face or someone else's face. I got a lot of grooming to do, but I hope you guys enjoy this, and so enjoy the music for a little bit, and we'll be back.
and a cannabis compound gave him a life.
How does the vast array of chemicals in cannabis engage a mysterious system in our bodies?
The cannabinoid receptor is the most abundant receptor in the brain.
How a single system can influence so many biological processes is surprising.
Will regular, even daily use cure us or hurt us?
If someone were to tell me that I was dependent on marijuana, I would have said, no way, absolutely not.
Smoked, dabbed, vaped, and eaten. Today's cannabis is hyperpotent and far from understood.
These products are coming online much faster than we can actually research them.
This little video right here.
As federal law blocks science, an unintended public health experiment is underway.
Really, the questions are, for what conditions is it beneficial, and for what conditions is it harmful? It's not black and white, and it's complicated.
What's the right dose? Who should use cannabis? Who shouldn't?
It is a highly contentious subject, but it's not about your personal thoughts or feelings. What does the data tell us? What does the science tell us? Truth through science. We should know the answers.
The Cannabis Question, right now on Nova. More than 80 years after America ended one type of prohibition, it's ending another. The majority of people now live in a state where cannabis is legal. As a multi-billion-dollar industry rises, our country is at a crossroads.
Cannabis is genuinely one of the most fascinating discussion topics I've ever seen, because of how emotionally polarizing it is amongst people. And it's very strange because the entire field of cannabis science is very poorly developed. There's not been a lot of research, and there's a lot of things that we don't understand. And yet, what we have in society is groups of people that very fervently believe it is this panacea that can cure any disease that exists, or it's the devil's grass and it's going to cause the downfall of society. Not recognizing that the reality of cannabis is somewhere in the middle.
Americans everywhere are turning to cannabis, seeking relief from a wide range of ailments, including veterans like Sean Worsley, who uses cannabis to treat his post-traumatic stress disorder caused by combat in Iraq.
Our sole purpose was to clear the routes for supply convoys that came through, looking for roadside bombs that were on the route. I was on a mission and we rode over a hole that was in the center of the road, and unfortunately it was a IED that went off, knocking me unconscious. And when I woke up, the medic was in my face asking me, was I okay? Could I hear him?
After his tour, Sean struggled with a traumatic brain injury and disturbing symptoms caused by PTSD.
For me, it's paranoia, insomnia, seeing things that aren't necessarily there. Shadow people, as they call them. Night terrors, dreams, but these nightmares were very realistic. If I was shot in the dream, I would wake up grabbing my chest because I felt the pain.
African-American families.
Sean's medications for PTSD had troubling side effects. so he got a medical cannabis card.
Cannabis at a low dose can help reduce anxiety, relax someone, and individuals who have PTSD that newly initiate cannabis use report it being life-changing. So I can sleep for the first time in 2 years, and I can go to the grocery store without being so intense and on edge. That's why individuals with PTSD heavily gravitate towards cannabis use.
For thousands of years, humans have cultivated cannabis for its fiber, seeds, and medicinal properties. Ancient Hindu texts claim it was brought by the god Shiva for the pleasure of humanity. The plant contains over 400 chemicals, including cannabinoids, which...
All right, so there you go. Yeah, you see that. Look at that beautiful flower plant right there. So yeah, welcome to Infused Influence once again. Right now we're just watching some videos about marijuana. Eventually we're going to be talking about some updates about what we're going to be doing just as a podcast and a live stream, as well as some event kind of things are coming up. You know, we have our anniversary coming up soon. I want to make sure we're all prepared for that. I want to make sure that we get we get everything rolling and everything doing the way we want to do it. So there's a lot of setup we got to do, but I just want to make sure that we got the tech side going. So yeah, I'm the tech person here. We're just making sure everything's rolling while everyone's out. We're going to do a cool live stream. We're going to get back to this video. But yeah, enjoy.
Are most abundant in the resin glands of budding female plants. In the 1960s, Israeli scientist Raphael Mechoulam isolated THC, the psychoactive cannabinoid that makes users feel high. The discovery launched a new chapter in neuroscience.
Cannabis opened the window into the functioning of our body. Completely unexpected window, because what was discovered was that THC binds to receptors in the brain and outside the brain. And when it does so, when it binds to these receptors, the cells now behave differently.
Cannabinoid receptors, named after cannabis, are found on nearly every organ in the body. They bind with our own cannabis-like molecules, called endocannabinoids, which regulate functions like sleep, cognition, memory, and mood. Unlike other brain chemicals, they travel backwards, across the synapse, where they control the release of most neurotransmitters.
One of the most amazing things that happened was the discovery of the endocannabinoid system. Every mammal has one, and this is a system of chemicals and receptors throughout the brain and body. And really, the primary goal of the endocannabinoid system is homeostasis, keeping things in balance.
At Mount Sinai Hospital, neuroscientist Yasmin Hurd remembers the first time she looked for cannabinoid receptors in the human brain. Seen here in vivid red, orange, and yellow colors.
The cannabinoid receptor is the most abundant receptor in the brain. When we looked at where these receptors were expressed, they're expressed in brain regions relevant for motor coordination, cognition, memory, emotional regulation, reward. All of these brain areas are key to so many normal behaviors, obviously, but also psychiatric disorders as well.
A key role of the endocannabinoid system is to manage stress. In fact, the first endocannabinoid found in our body was given a Sanskrit name, anandamide, meaning bliss.
In response to stress, our body mobilizes an endocannabinoid signal. And so if something aversive happens to us and we suddenly see a threat in front of us, our body kind of goes into high alert mode and we shoot up. Once we've been removed from that threat, though, our body needs to turn that stress response back off. And what we have learned is that this burst of endocannabinoids that occurs in response to stress is really critical for that recovery phase.
Scientists suspect this signal goes awry in people with PTSD. And that's why THC, which mimics our own endocannabinoids, might help.
And so when you look at individuals that have PTSD and use cannabis, in short-term trials, you see very beneficial outcomes. But if all they do is use cannabis and they don't engage in other behavior therapies to help work through their trauma, they're not treating the root cause of the disorder. And it's important to recognize that THC at higher doses increases anxiety.
Cannabis is not a miracle. Nothing is a miracle. And so really the questions are, for what conditions is it beneficial, and for what conditions is it harmful, and for whom is it beneficial, and for whom is it harmful? So it's shades of gray. It's not black and white, and it's complicated.
In 1996, cannabis was legalized in California for medical use. But federally, it remains a Schedule I drug, like heroin, making research difficult and leaving patients like Elizabeth Pinkham on their own. To cope with her cancer treatments, Elizabeth has turned to cannabis.
When you go through chemotherapy, there are side effects that can be like nauseousness. You may have lots of appetite. You may have difficulty sleeping. So I was looking for something that wasn't another big, heavy-duty pharmaceutical.
On display, one can find cannabis-infused teas,
I'm not gonna lie, one of the things I wish
candies, bath salts, psychoactive body.
Its ability to kind of help people with cancer and kind of help with the pain and all that. This actually personally hits me because my biological mother actually passed from cancer, and that's not something we kind of knew back then. I think that would have been a very, very helpful piece there in terms of just understanding how cannabis actually kills, those types of cells. So, yeah, back to it.
Body washes and flour with THC that can ease nausea when smoked.
The effects are pretty immediate. I've definitely gotten my appetite back a little bit more. It also helps with neuropathy, which is like the numbness in your fingers and your toes.
This is super medicinal. You see how dark and dense that is? Mm-hmm. That's indicating more of the indica family. Good for the body, good for pain.
My staff needs to do the best that they can to try and guide people to the products that are going to serve them the best. But my staff, they're not trained doctors. And really, we should have cannabis medicine being taught in every single medical school across the United States. And that's not happening now because of federal law.
It's really a voter-approved, quote-unquote, medicine. So people say, oh, there's medical cannabis that's approved. It has not been. It has not gone through FDA rigorous research process, and that's what's critical for medicine.
I think it would be great if there was a bit more science behind this, but I think in the meantime, you have to do what works for you, and you have to figure this out as you
Let's continue. Yeah, so I was just talking about how um, it's really important that we kind of keep doing research for cannabis and THC because, right now we kind of rely on a lot of crazy drugs like opioids and some anesthesias. Like they're kind of very bad for our bodies. They're very toxic, but we need them in order to do what we do. Where I see THC is very different. THC doesn't seem to be too um, bad for our physical bodies. It seems to have more of a psychological effect, like dependency and things like that. But most of the negative physical issues that come from like THC and marijuana come from the way you ingest it. So like if you're smoking, that's automatically gonna, give you a risk for lung cancer regardless of what you smoke. You get what I'm saying? Where, tobacco is gonna have a way higher risk of lung cancer when you smoke it, but I think weed kind of balances itself out in that ideal. Like if you don't smoke it that much, weed is a cancer killer. So um, let's just see what they keep talking about and keep going, right?
Go.
But it's challenging. Scientists aren't sure whether cannabis sativa, indica, and ruderalis are distinct species, but most cultivars grown today are hybrids. They have distinct chemicals called terpenes, which create flavors and smells. And in addition to THC, the plant contains over 100 other cannabinoids. One, called CBD, is flooding the market.
1 in 7 adults in the United States are using CBD. You see CBD everywhere.
All right, guys. I wanted to take a break there on that video. It's a long video, so we don't want to overwatch that one. Copyright things, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, that's I'll put that link in when we post this live. I'll put that link in there so other people can watch that. But that's just a little information about THC and marijuana, the history, the medical side. And it's kind of cool how much information we have now because if you look at some of the old dare and marketing tools, we used to really act like THC and weed was like an opioid or some crazy drug, and now you kind of see the research that's happening and how much it's actually benefiting people just from that research, and I think that's really cool. So, if you guys have any information, videos, cool things you want to send us so we can look at, even if you want to store it in the bank, something to react to, any cool things, feel free to send it over. Whether you want to do it in chat, in a comment, DM us, whatever you want to do. Remember, we're Infused Influence at Major Bloom. So, um, come check us out every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Sometimes we're a little early, sometimes we're a little late. You know how it goes. But usually we have a guest for our podcast, and we usually run live stream the recording of 2 episodes every week. So feel free to drop in every Tuesday to check us out, and as we do that. Beyond that, we also have little live games. We do like guess the strain. I mean, I guess the weight. We'll come in with a box of weed or a certain amount of weed, and they'll get to guess the amount that's in it. The other one would be the 60-second strain game, where our guests get to say as many strains as they can name off the top of their head in 60 seconds. Don't ask me to do it, even though I know a lot of strains. I will only give you 3 because my brain is filled with so many other words and names that I'm gonna start thinking of normal names. um, but yeah, if you guys want to get involved in those mini games, we do some like predictions, some Twitch stat, so you can kind of earn some experience and points, get some rewards for joining us during our live streams. And this is a shout out to everyone, to my weed heads, to my smokers. Definitely feel free to join us, especially if you're high, just chilling. I know it's a Tuesday at 12. Most of us are at work, but we're gonna have it recorded. We're gonna have it out, and we might do another one maybe on. If you guys tell me what a good time is, tell us what a good time is to do, like a quick smoke chest live stream. Where maybe we're just chilling at home, all just smoking or doing whatever we're doing. We might have to take that to Kick or Rumble or something, but we definitely want to do a session where it's more just like high time. Let's talk about crazy, funny stuff. Um, we have this section right now where we're doing the podcast, and you get to see that live behind the scenes of how we do the podcast. Get to see the visuals of the faces of all of our guests and our hosts. I'm Lorian, as you know. You've seen Ulysses and Ray Vaughn. They're both out today. So right now, as a tech person, I'm just doing a little tech live, an update for everyone, so they can kind of see what's been going on. Give us any suggestions, anything that you guys are interested in, we can definitely do. So yeah, that's definitely the idea, the goal. Now trying to figure out kind of what else to do. It's kind of like, okay, give me some ideas, some suggestions. But we're just starting up. We got to market this live stream a little bit more too, so we can get some more people. So just so you know, this is how it sounds in the chat right now. Y'all is quiet. So we're gonna have to try and hype it up next time. We're gonna try and hype up this whole thing. Try and get some good goods going. We can all get high, smoke it up. We just mess. I love this soundboard, guys. I love this soundboard. So, yeah, I wish I could scroll right down. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make sure we got a good live going right here. Seems like everything is pretty good. All right, so the thing we know is we're gonna have a Major Bloom anniversary. Give me a few seconds. Sorry about that. Find no, it's the 4-year one, but I want to know. Probably come up with a visual or something. I thought we had one. I thought I had it ready. Sorry, guys. But yeah. So we're having an anniversary coming up. Want to make sure you guys are ready and prepared for how crazy it's going to be in here. All the vendors and the craziness going on. We're gonna have the Summer Jam Classic going on at the park. You're gonna see it's the basketball tournament happens every year. It's the littest place in Worcester to be at. If you love basketball, you have to be at that Summer Jam Classic. You gotta understand it is lit. It's like New York basketball in Worcester. Like it's cool. It's bringing that culture to Worcester. So definitely check out that. It's gonna be on our 1-year anniversary. Let me see. I believe that's August 8th. Let me just double check my calendar of stuff. Double check the actual dates. I'm just a tech person here. I gotta get a little bit better on my schedule, but let's see what we got. Your schedule's filled with things. Oh, wrong email. But yeah, if you guys know of any other cool things going on in August, school's starting up for some people again. Some people going back to college. Some people are going back to work. If you're a teacher, I remember back when I used to teach. This was our little vacation time until we had to go back to educating. But other than that, we got a lot of cool stuff. Our summer's almost over. It's been a crazy hot summer. I wonder how you guys have been handling that. Every day. Let's see. We are looking for my calendar. Yeah, I'm kind of. So I got a new iPhone. Bear with me. I'm trying to get used to this thing. I'm not gonna lie. It's alright. It's not my favorite thing. I believe it's the 8th. I don't want to get that wrong. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong date. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's the 8th right now. Where's the internet? It's being mean to me. I guess it's because we're live streaming. I know it's the 4th anniversary. Just really trying to know what exact date it's on. All right, we'll figure that out. I'll definitely send that out as a thing so everyone can know that information. Okay, so we know we can do the videos. That's what I kind of want to test out there. But there's going to be a little bit more that we want to look at in terms of how we're doing things. Another thing I want to say is that we're also going to be starting up a 24/7 live stream, which is going to allow us to just straight up live stream music to you guys. Pretty cool stuff. So we're going to be getting local artists, you know, some music collections, and just running them through. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a cool one right there. Getting a list of, like a playlist of all the artists, all the music we got. There was a lot more too. We got merch coming. You know, they got an app in the mix. They got some new types of deals for people that want to buy in bulk. I heard they're actually going to be increasing the daily limit to 2 ounces, and we're going to be coming out with a deal that allow you to just pre-purchase your weed, come pick it up as you need it instead of having to worry about the money all the time. There's a lot of stuff going on, so there's a lot of ideas, a lot of things rolling. I want you guys to be a part of it, to be interested, and to be rolling. So what we're going to do now is take a quick break. I'm going to hit you back with the beat. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, and we're going to get a little bit more content ready, get the actual dates for things going, talk about a few more things, and then yeah, feel free to say what's up if you want to say what's up. All right, guys. Hello, 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 everybody. We are back. Back to the live. What we're gonna be doing real quick is just do a quick shout out to Rove. We had one of our guests here last time. They gave us this little cool little packaging. They're here today, giving out some samples for some new products they have. Some cool stuff. Just here to showcase what they kind of gave us out here. They're giving us these vapes. These is a reload for a vape. You see these nice. I heard they taste good. Some delicious stuff right there. That's that Rove. They got the full vaporizer. Now, what's special about Rove is they have these bong vaporizer things, where you can kind of just put it at the end of a vape, and it will like build up like a bong, and you can take a big hit instead of those small vape hits. Now, I haven't tried one yet, but that's definitely something I want. Last but not least, they got this new ice rosin pre-roll, which is really cool. It apparently has a rosin on the ends of the like little rosin powder on it. It gives you the good. If you smoke that pre-roll, you're getting high. So this is Rove. Great company, great weed, great products. Definitely check them out. Partner with Major Bloom. You know, we sell their products here. Definitely check out Rove when you're around here. You know, Major Bloom we got some good products too. Don't worry. So when you come out, check out our homegrown. We're gonna do some behind the scenes just to show you how we create some of these products. So be prepared for a lot of stuff during the anniversary. We're gonna have a lot of content for you guys. A lot of events going on. We're gonna have online events. We're gonna have physical things going on, giveaways. So a lot of people are gonna be around. We got music blasting. Just definitely come through. We're on Millbury Street. You already know everyone that's in Worcester from the Woo. Come check us out. You know, it's gonna be very lit. It's gonna be super lit. Our anniversary is gonna be crazy. I definitely want to see y'all. So I'll see y'all around there. All right, what we're gonna do real quick is take another quickie break. You know, I gotta get back these products. But if you guys have any other questions and things, shout outs. See if anyone wants. Let me see if we got any new followers. Let's see, we got some chat. FDEM1. Hey, see these people trying to sell us viewers. That's kind of funny. Guys, don't believe in that. Organic all the way. Share it on your social medias. Tell your friends to join. All that stuff. Do what you got to do. Follow us. This is the Major Bloom Infused Influence. I am the tech person. You can call me Lorian. I am here. We are just doing what we do best. We're making content. So definitely follow the channel. Definitely give us a like, a share, some support. Get this kind of content growing out there. But I know everyone's interested in learning about weed and just getting high and talking with each other and just having fun with that. We're gonna be coming out with crazy merch with all the different ideas and the designs that we have for the strain names. Y'all gonna love that one. We're putting it on hats. We're gonna put it on shirts. We're gonna put it on posters. We're gonna do everything so you can decorate your place with all the good weed stuff. You know, it's the good things. But I definitely want to make sure that we are all on keeping track. I wanted to give you guys a quick update about the podcast. You know, if you're interested in Major Bloom and you want to be on our podcast, just hit us up. You know, we're always looking for some interesting guests. You know, we love cannabis culture. We love educating people about cannabis, and we're also very open-minded. Not everyone has the same opinion about cannabis. As long as you're not trying to force it on each other, right? It's about how you want to live your life. So that's Major Bloom here. We're building a great community. I love this. I love the live stream, the podcast. Check out the podcast on WCIN, Worcester Public Radio. We're normally on there. Oh, before I forget, I got to send them their cut. But we're normally on there on Thursdays. I think 6:30. I got to double check that. But yeah, I believe so. But we're live every Tuesday, 12:30. Even if we don't have a guest, I'll give you guys an infused update. So don't worry about that. But thank you guys for chilling with me. We're gonna take one more quick break before I do a wrap up. But after the wrap up, we're good to go there. You know, I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys an hour of some content. We watched a little video. We're definitely going to be doing more lives as well. So that's kind of going to be something we'll figure out how we're going to do that. yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do. But yeah, we'll figure that out and we'll keep pushing and moving. So thanks for checking us out, guys. Just been infused, and peace. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Hey guys, I'm back again. Just the finale to get us through the rest of this podcast. Thank you for sticking with me. I know this is a very different style than we're used to. You're normally seeing a interview going on with a guest, but today you just got me. I'm Lorian. Welcome again. Welcome to Major Bloom Infused Influence. As you can see, we got some updates to the room. Behind me, you see that cool poster. Shout out to Ulysses for always looking at the aesthetics of the room, and I give him advice, but he always follows through and gets some cool stuff. So, really happy to see that poster there. That movie Half Baked. Ooh. So yeah, so definitely check us out. Just want to make a correction. The anniversary is going to be on the 9th, so it's a Saturday, I believe. And you know what? I've been saying all this. I've been asking everyone around here. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. I thought it was Friday the 8th, but it's going to be the Saturday the 9th. But if it's on Friday, hey, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, but I'm pretty sure it's on the 9th. But either way, come through on both days. Who cares? Come to Major Bloom. Come check us out. We're super lit over here. It's super nice and chill. Especially those days, there's gonna be a lot going on. You're gonna see the Summer Jam Classic going on. You're gonna see it's just so much going on. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna have fun. There's gonna be people we're gonna be high. We're gonna be eating. We're gonna be just loud, rambunctious, watching people dunk, come back, chill. We're gonna have a party after too. Major Bloom's having a party. All these different things. There's a lot going on the anniversary. So definitely come down and check it out. Definitely come down. Get your discount pre-rolls, your discount flour, your discount vapes, all that good stuff. They got good products here. I definitely recommend if you got the money for it. It's not even that expensive. I believe it's like 60 or 70. Get yourself a hash ball, bro. That shit lasts me a month. That is one of the best. One of the best things Major Bloom has ever made. This is from from me to y'all. Get that hash ball. And if you're not in Massachusetts, you're not in Worcester, then find your dispensary and ask them to start making hash balls, because that stuff was money saver and high saver. Oh my god, the best additive to any fucking pre roll. It's the best, bro. Best, hands down. Get that hash ball. The other thing I'd recommend is the cool thing they just showed me, which is the vape cap, which you put it on a bong and you put your vape in it, and then you smoke the vape from a bong, and that's lit. So there's a lot of things I want to try. I haven't tried that one yet. There's a lot of cool products that I really think are really cool. It's just that I'm not a super crazy weed head. I smoke about a gram a day. Not even that. Like, I smoke a pre-roll a day, but I don't smoke the pre-roll. I kind of break up the pre-roll into hits from my grab bong. So that's how I smoke. So it ends up being a lot less smoking for me, and it's a lot healthier, and I get to just maintain the high I want instead of trying to get crazy gone. But sometimes you want to get crazy gone. And so that's when I definitely say some of the products they have here definitely hit. Definitely hitting here. So come down to Major Bloom, check out Rove. If you're not around here, check out Rove in your own area. Maybe we can get some Major Bloom products out to some other areas too. You never know what we can do. But tell us what you're interested in. Definitely hit us with a like, follow, share us, subscribe, and all that good stuff. We just starting out, but we're gonna be big. We're gonna have some big people come on this podcast. We're gonna have fun times on this podcast. We're gonna play lots of games. Just bear with us as we set up all this good stuff. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lorian, and you have just been infused. Major